Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Philomina in the building. If this is your first time here, you're absolutely welcome. If you're a regular viewer, you know I love you so much. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. Yes, I know that I've been MIA, but don't worry, I'm here for you. Let me tell you what happened today. Let me go right into the gist. So today Auntie came to the house and she decided to have a conversation with the couples. So she started with first OBI and EBI. So OBI, she called them in and then she got talking to them about how well they've known each other, what are the good things and the bad things that they've come to learn and all that. So OBI was like, man, that EBI is his gift, that he believes that EBI is his everything, that she's fulfilling, and that this whole week has been fulfilling and revealing, and they were just all loved up. OBI was like, she's my gift. EBI was like, no, you're my gift, and they just kept going back and forth and all that. So yeah, I wrote things down just because it's so much and I can't forget. I don't want to forget. And then, if you know, EBI calls Obi my choco. So the name, what Auntie asked them, so why do you call him that? And she was like, she never thought that she was going to fall in love with a black guy because she likes fair guys. So she calls him my choco because he's like the first black guy that she's fallen in love with. And one of the things that EBI said to Obi was the fact that she has forgiven him anything that he's going to do to her, that she has forgiven him in advance. And she was like, the statement she always makes to him is that if you like get angry, when you vex, you go come back, I did the wait for you. But it was really good, and two of them, they are really talking about how they still really want to get to know each other, and that they are trying to go away from all the noise in the house and all that and just focus on themselves. Then the next couple she talked to was J. Ketch, and this is Jay and Nkechi. Jay and Nkechi, they were like, Auntie asked them, have you been trying to know each other? Have you been coupling up and all that? Nkechi was like, no, not really, because she's actually busy with friends in the house and they usually always have people interrupt when they try to be together. But she says she likes the fact that they've not really been together because she believes that being around other people gets her to know that, oh, this is what it is, because it reveals how he handles conflicts. It reveals some things that he believes in. She believes that two of them may not just have some kind of conversations that will get them to have the conversation that the general housemates or love guests will have. So she's grateful for the fact that even though they are not together all the time, even when they're with people, she gets to know him. And Jay, on the other hand, when Auntie asked them about the fact that what is the one thing that you people were not agreeing on, Jay said he doesn't pay tithes. He doesn't believe in taking your tithes to church. And Nkechi, on the other hand, was like, that is as she has been doing it all her life, and she's Catholic and she's definitely going to pay her tithes. But Jay was like, see, if you are working and you want to use your money to go and pay tithes, that's good for you. But you see, my money, you are not going to pay tithes. And that his kids, when they are growing up, if you want to go to church with your mom, that's good, that's fine. He believes in God and all that. But he's definitely going to teach his kids to be wise, and that he believes that your tithes or whatever it is, you should give it to the needy or the poor, that you don't have to take it to a pastor. Even mentioned that he frees his name and all that. And Auntie just made a statement. She was like, it's okay, you people don't have to agree on the same things. And she also mentioned the fact that her husband is quite like that, but that the only thing she was correcting is the fact that if Jay gives Nkechi money in the future, that he doesn't have the right to tell her what or what not to do with the money, that he should be able to trust her that she's going to use the money judiciously. So yeah, that's for Jay and Nkechi. The next couple was Bola and Arnold. So Bola and Arnold, the first thing they talked about is their vibe. Arnold said that he's very comfortable with the fact that him and Bolanle are vibing. Like, he likes the fact that there is no conversation that is going to bring up that she's not interested in or she doesn't have a slight knowledge about, and it really gets them to talk, and that their time in the love nest actually got them to talk and know each other more, which he's very happy about. But Bolanle, on the other hand, she was talking about the fact that because of how independent she has been, she has not really had the time to leave space for an extra person. She feels self-sufficient, that she does things for herself. Arnold will be like, oh, let me help you, let me help there. She'll be like, no, I got this. And Arnold keeps telling her that, don't see, you have to make room for me to come in so that I can we can work, you get. So he also talked about the fact that her excesses, that is being like the landlady of the house, because people have already started tagging her. He said it's not just affecting Bola alone, but it's affecting him, because something happened and everybody kept getting angry about the fact that Bolanle, she's overdoing and all. And they did not just walk up to her, but they walked up to him too. It was like 3 guys walked up to him in the house and they were like, guy, hold your babe, guy, hold your babe, guy, hold your babe. So he had to talk to her about it, that she should just let it rest, because she started taking it upon herself to be in the kitchen department, coordinating food, the juices and all those things that used to get missing in the house. So she decided to take that upon herself and start doing it. But now they have decided, Auntie also spoke to Bolanle. She told her that, okay, Bolanle, see what you will do, just calm down concerning this, let other people also try. Moving on, the next couple was Roski. So Roski, which is Rosie and Kachi. So Rosie and Kachi, yeah, the first thing was that Auntie asked Rosie that, do you think you're managing Kachi? And asked Kachi on the other hand, do you think you are Rosie's second best? But both of them said no, that they don't think so. Rosie said the first thing that happened was that definitely what happened with she and David caused a really bad time for her in the house, and she needed to heal. And Kachi on the other hand, he said he really understood, because first she spoke to him, told him, see, I'm going through stuff and I need to heal. And he said he really respects her for that, and he understood. Rosie was like, Kachi is really patient and she loves him for that, that two of them, that she believes that they can work. And she's like, she really likes him because of his patience, and he is also talking about the fact that she is intelligent, and he likes the fact that she's really understanding. She plays the mother role. That he even told herself, see, you need to stop going to the kitchen, because see, every time you are going to wash plates, because you now have to start following her to the kitchen and trying to be around her. He's like, see, he's very protective of his woman, and that's why he follows her that. He doesn't know if it's going to pass off as him being clingy, but then he doesn't care, that he loves Rosie and is willing to make it work. It was like he can't even wait to meet her dad, that he would like to meet her dad. And yeah, if you don't know, Rosie has a child, a son, and he's like he cannot wait to be the father of her baby. Yeah, so the other thing that was an issue when Auntie asked them, Kachi and Rosie, is that Kachi asked Rosie, would you be comfortable to move in with me to my family house? And Rosie was like, nah, that's not going to work. So that was the issue. And Auntie was like, are you living with your parents? Why did you do that? Why do you say that? He was like, it happened to his cousin. His cousin actually called up a wedding because of that. Like her fiancé was like, she's going to move in with him to his parents' house. Like he built a house and his parents were living with him, and she was like, she can't do that, and the wedding didn't work. Not like he's staying with his parents, but he's just asking her just in case it comes up. And now that he knows that Rosie's not comfortable with it, he's going to put that into consideration. Moving on, we're moving to Micheri, which is Michael and Cherry. Both of them, they were just talking, going on and on about, oh, I meet your mom is this, oh, you're from this village and all that. Kept talking about, oh, where they are from and all that. Then Michael was like, one of the things that he really loves about Cherry is the fact that she has never disrespected him, and from his observation he knows that Cherry will never disrespect him. And Cherry on the other hand complained about his friendliness with the other females in the house. She says that she's seeing it as an issue, and that if he doesn't watch it, that is going to cause issues for them. And she's saying that yeah, that he's starting to work on it, but what she's not sure of is when they come out of the house, is he going to watch it, or he's going to, because she knows that it comes to him naturally, where he's just always around girls are around him as well. So she's like, yeah, that's like her only issue. Moving on, this is a double quiz. First of all, yeah, Auntie had a personal session with all the housemates, all the love guests rather. So, but Chris, because he just came, he didn't have the time to have this conversation with Auntie. So Auntie asked the female Chris to wait, and then Chris came in. He asked, Auntie asked Chris that, does he feel like he's being pressured to pick Chris, seeing that she was the only one that was not coupled and all that. And then asked him his experience when he got to the house. Chris said that, first of all, when he got in, the impression was that he felt like people were being threatened by him, because come on, the new guy just came in, people would be like, what if my girl now leaves me and follows this new guy and all that. But he said that in one day he made sure that he blended with the guys to make them feel safe, that guy, don't worry, I don't have your guys, I'm not coming here to steal your girls. Though he had like 3 people that he liked before he came to the house, but when he came and he saw that they were really into their guys, he just decided to bounce and move on. And that for Chris, he doesn't feel like, it's because he didn't have a choice that he chose her. The first day when he had his speed date, he had a conversation with her and he really liked the fact that she was smart, she was intelligent, and he's just taking things easy, they're getting to know each other. Then Chris came into the house and they got talking. Auntie now started asking them, okay, so what's up? Funny enough, yeah, Chris, the double Chris, I believe that they're the ones that are having like detailed conversations and detailed info about getting to know each other, because Chris already, the double Chris already knows a lot about each other. They know how many siblings they had, because Auntie kept asking others, what's his favorite color, or what's her favorite color. So all those tiny little questions some other couples couldn't answer, but you see double Chris, they were answering everything, like, oh yeah, what does he do? He's into imports and exports. Oh, what does she do? Oh, she's an architect. Oh, what does he do? You know, they already had so much knowledge about each other, and Auntie was so proud. And I like the fact that, okay, one of the things that they said, the double Chris said, is that they are trying not to come and be all cuddled up, because everybody in the house is cuddling up. They know that they are not trying to force things. They know that they are just getting to know each other, and this is how it's going to be for now. They're just going to keep talking, that all they've done is hugs, and according to her, she rubs him at the back sometimes, but that she's really happy about the fact that Chris always tries to help her, especially when she's in the kitchen, he helps her. And one of the things that is remarkable for her is the fact that he never eats without her. And there are times where she will tell him, no, eat and remain for him. He'll be like, no, he no go walk. And she was really excited about that. Two of them, they held hands. Auntie was like, okay, tell him and you tell her what you have discovered so far. And they held hands and they talked about how, you're understanding, you're intelligent, you're smart, and I hope that this works. That we fall in love, and So I like the fact that they are being honest. They're not coming to come and say, I'm falling in love, we're so in love, and all that. So that is the gist of what happened today. Guys, this is such a long video. I hope you watched the end. If you notice, I'm even trying to talk so fast so that it doesn't get boring. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please, come on, you've watched up to this point. Why? Just click on that red button below. Until next time, guys, I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye, guys.